Welcome to Newswire Daily, your trusted window to global events. After 2 years of devastating conflict, a fragile but historic moment emerges in the Middle East. Israel and Hamas have formally entered the first phase of a Gaza peace deal, brokered with the help of the United States, Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey. Could this mark the beginning of peace after years of violence? According to multiple diplomatic sources, the ceasefire officially began late on October 9, 2025, after Israel government formally approved the agreement reached earlier in the week. Under this first phase, both sides are required to halt all military operations, allowing humanitarian aid and essential supplies to enter Gaza without restriction. The deal also mandates that Israeli forces withdraw from approximately 70% of the territory they currently occupy, pulling back to pre-designated security lines within 24 hours. In parallel, Hamas is expected to release hostages still held inside Gaza, a process expected to unfold about 3 days after the Israeli withdrawal. In exchange, Israel will release thousands of Palestinian prisoners, including several who had been serving long sentences. The peace plan, based on a 20-point framework originally proposed by former U.S. President Donald Trump, aims to gradually stabilize Gaza and prepare the ground for a longer-term settlement. International mediators have confirmed that humanitarian corridors will reopen, allowing food, medical supplies, and construction materials to reach civilians. Hospitals in the northern Gaza Strip, some nearly destroyed, are expected to receive their first major deliveries of aid in months. Diplomats from Egypt and Qatar are coordinating the verification of each step, while U.S. observers monitor compliance on both sides. For Israel, this agreement comes amid mounting domestic pressure to end a costly and unpopular war that has dragged on for more than 2 years. For Hamas, the ceasefire provides a desperately needed respite as Gaza faces massive destruction, widespread hunger, and limited access to medicine. The United Nations and major European governments have welcomed the deal, describing it as a turning point that could pave the way for lasting peace if both parties honor their commitments. However, skepticism remains high. Analysts note that Israel's withdrawal terms are vague, leaving open questions about whether troops will remain in some areas under the label of security zones. At the same time, hardline factions within both camps have criticized the concessions. Some Israelis oppose the release of prisoners, while certain Hamas elements reject any negotiation that doesn't guarantee full sovereignty. A report from regional experts warns that trust between the two sides remains near zero, meaning that even a minor incident could reignite hostilities and derail the fragile truce. While the first phase marks a rare moment of cooperation, it's only the opening act in a long and uncertain process. True peace will depend on political courage, mutual restraint, and the willingness of outside powers to hold both sides accountable. The coming weeks will reveal whether this fragile truce can hold, or whether Gaza will once again fall back into the shadows of war. You're watching Newswire Daily. Stay with us for continuing coverage on the evolving situation in the Middle East, and don't forget to subscribe for more global updates.